What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video we're going to be talking about the major news that can affect the stock market for this upcoming week. We have a lot of companies reporting earnings that can significantly affect the stock market. We're going to go over exactly what these companies are and what are the important catalysts that can affect the stock market for this upcoming week. I'm going to cover all this important information coming up. Alright, before we get into the video, I appreciate if you guys can hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. As you can see over here, these are the major companies that are going to be reporting earnings. We have on Tuesday, we got JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, Citi, Delta. We have on Wednesday, we got Bank of America, United, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs. And also on Friday, we got Ally and Citizen Bank reporting earnings. So the majority of the companies are in the financial sector. And also we have the airline companies. I'm going to go over exactly the main thing that can potentially affect this stock market for this upcoming week. And that is, of course, it's going to be the stimulus package. So we've been talking about the stimulus package for the past 2 weeks, that this is the main driver next to the election that is significantly affect the stock market in the short term. The election is going to be pretty soon, within a matter of weeks. But before that, this is going to be the stimulus package, going to be one of the major things that can significantly affect the stock market to climb higher or even go to the downside. So we need to really pay attention. One of the positive things that came out through the weekends is that the White House is saying that they can even go further past the amount of money that some of the parties are talking about right now. So the Democrats are saying they want a 2.2 trillion, and the White House and Republicans, then they came up to 1.8 trillion, and now the president is saying that he even can go bigger. So that is a positive thing to look at, because he's willing to even go higher, because in the past he said that he's pulling out because they are requiring a lot of money. He's not willing to spend that amount of money in the short term. So now he's saying that he can even go higher. So that's fantastic to know. And the major companies that are going to be benefiting is going to be the airlines. You know, more than $500 billion is going to be allocated to them to bail the airline industry. That has been hit pretty bad. And as I covered, they're going to be reporting earnings this upcoming week. So we can definitely expect a huge, significant volatility for that specific sector. And the other important thing that the stimulus package can help is also individuals. You know, so they're talking about passing 1,200 checks, for people. That's going to help a lot. We also have $500 to children. Now they're saying that they can increase that to $1,000. That is also a positive thing. So the other thing that they're mainly disagreeing upon is going to be how they're going to be allocating their funds if they pass the stimulus package. So the Democrats are demanding, the aid, the money to be split into states and the local governments so they can pay officers' salaries, firefighters, healthcare workers, school teachers, and others, and also help the U.S. Postal Service, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be voting using the postal service, so they need aid for that specific reason. And also the Republicans are saying that these funds need to be allocated to more important areas like small businesses instead of helping this broken down states across the US. So that is the main disagreement that they're having back and forth right now. So we can definitely expect to see if they can come up with some resolution and agree upon a specific stimulus package number that can help the stock market to go significantly higher, and also help individual people that are waiting for a stimulus to pass so they can receive 1,200 checks and also more for their dependents and for their children. So we'll definitely see how things are going to be progressing. And we're also getting closer to the elections, and we are now less than a month away from the 2020 elections. We'll see how that thing is going to unfold. That is going to have a significant impact on the stock market. As you can see right here, the stock market just been going higher and higher for the past 3 days, been gapping up on Thursday as going through Friday, be gapped up because more positive news from the stimulus talks coming up. We can definitely expect more upside moves if they pass the stimulus package. And if things did not go well, we can expect the stock market to drop significantly lower. So that is going to be the main thing that's going to be affecting the stock market. And also, as I mentioned, we have airline companies that are reporting earnings. The main one that we're going to be watching is going to be Delta and United Airlines. As you can see, Delta Airlines was trading approximately $60, but due to the pandemic and the coronavirus, it dropped more than 50% all the way down to $20, $21, and now it's consolidating approximately at $32. So we can definitely expect this stock to go higher if they can pass the stimulus package to help the airline companies, we can see a spike of more than 10 or 15% in the short term. And also their earning reports are going to be on Tuesday, but there's not going to be more positive news because the airline companies are losing money consistently. Even the past, when they report their earnings reports, we saw some slight bump up higher when they reported earnings. However, the sell-off continued to the downside, and that's been exactly what's been happening. But right now, it seems like the airline companies have found their bottom over here. Specifically for Delta Airlines, the bottom that it reached was approximately $17.51, and the high that it has been trading for the past few months, the beginning of this year, was above $60. So we definitely expect these companies to recover in the future, but it might take a very long time. So if you're somebody that wants to invest in this company, you have to hold these companies for a very long time for it to potentially go back to the $60 that it was dropped all the way from. So for the stock to recover, there needs to be solution for the pandemic right now, the coronavirus, or vaccines be available for people, and we need to see more of a decline in the number of cases across the globe for the airline sector to recover. So that might take a while, but however, if everything recovers within 5 to 6 or 7 years, we can definitely expect, Delta Airlines to be back to, $60 and recover some of the major losses that it had. It only took a matter of weeks for it to drop more than 50%, but it might take a while for it to go back to $60, but it's definitely possible. It's going to be depending upon how the entire world finds solution for the pandemic. And also, when you look at United Airlines, it's the same story. The stock just dropped all the way from $80 to $17.80 within a matter of weeks. Right now, it's just consolidating. It seems like all the airline companies found their bottom over here. Now they're just waiting for stimulus to pass and also a solution for the pandemic. They can potentially start to trend higher and higher, and eventually within a matter of years or even decades, they might even go back to, above $100. We never know. So we definitely expect in the short term, though, volatility to happen when this stimulus package gets passed and these companies get the bailout they need from the United States government. Now let's talk about the major financial stocks that are going to be reporting earnings. We got JP Morgan, you got Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup. These are the top stocks that we're going to be watching out for. Apple stock has an event going on October 13. The majority of the time when you look at the stock history, when they have this kind of an event, that usually happens as buy out a rumor, sell the news event that happens. So we might expect a sell-off to happen October 13. When you look at the statistics, the majority of the time the stock sells off, but you never know at the same time. So we might see some pop and maybe a slight volatility tick higher when we get closer to October 13, but definitely expect, the majority of the time the stock, to sell off during the announcement of that event day. Even though they announce it like after hours, the stock usually tends to sell down to the downside, but that might not be the case. But probably when you look at the statistics, that is the odds based on how the stock behaves during major news announcements, specifically events, technology announcements, and things like that. So definitely keep an eye on it. Just to summarize, these are the major companies that are going to be reporting earnings. Definitely keep an eye on it. Of course, the stimulus package is going to be the main thing that we're going to be the driver of the stock market for this upcoming week. So if you're somebody that wants to get involved in the short term, be super careful. It's going to be super volatile in the short term. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you want to join the Discord chat, or if you want to sign up for Webull, link available in the description box below. I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Have a wonderful day.